pretty close. Just come in and fill the room. There we go. All right.
It's close.
We can cook an egg in here, seriously. I just want to thank everybody for being here today. I think I can speak on behalf of all of our candidates that you, our dedicated volunteers, are really our inspiration. And I want to give you a heartfelt thank you from the bottom of my heart for your dedication, your time. Oh, and I have a mic now. And your microphone. So for the people in the back, your time, your inspiration, it makes a real difference, and we still need more of it. So thank you for everything that you've done so far. Please, a big round of applause for our volunteers. It is amazing to me as I look out around this crowd, and I know that there are volunteers in this office that have been out door knocking with us for more than a year. And I know because I can see them. I can see them throughout this room. And what's even more astonishing is that combined with teams across this beautiful country, Liberals have been approaching Canadians on their doorstep, asking, how can we help? In fact, as of 6 months before the election, we hit 1 million doors. And that's never been done in Canada. So I asked my fellow... candidates, is that not the definition of hope and hard work? Speaking of hope and hard work, I have the privilege to introduce some of Canada's hardest working candidates, starting with Suk Dhaliwal from from Port Moody, Coquitlam. Sasha Ramnarine from New Westminster, Burnaby East. Carla Qualtrough from Delta. Neighbor in the North Shore, somebody I've been campaigning with for over a year, from North Vancouver, Jonathan Wilkinson. From Vancouver South, Harjeet Sajan. From Central Okanagan, Similkameen, Carly Scott. And finally, from Mission Matsqui, Jati Sidhu.
Wait a minute. You forgot Jody. You forgot Jody. Jody.
Oh, I just realized that from Vancouver Granville, one of our best opportunities, Jody Wilson. So before we get started, I just want to draw everybody's attention to the Burnaby North Seymour Hope and Hard Work boardroom table that is up in the wall. You're going to have to take my word for it, that's the table. We're going to put the legs back on it afterwards. The reason that that is here is because this is not my campaign. This is our campaign. This is our community's campaign for better government. And I wanted every volunteer, every donor that's going to help us win in Burnaby North Seymour to sign that table and take ownership for the campaign. And I can tell you that I'm very excited that one of our best known volunteers, Justin Trudeau, will be signing the So without further ado, I would like to introduce to you someone that knows the value of building a quality team. Somebody that understands and has been working hard, crisscrossing the country, working day and night to deliver real change that benefits all Canadians. He is the member for Papineau. He is the leader of the Liberal Party of Canada. And with all of our help, he will be Canada's next Prime Minister. Ladies and gentlemen,
thanks, Terry. Thank you, all of you. How's it going, TBC? You know, I gotta start off by saying thank you. Thank you so much, not just for coming out this evening, but for everything you've done. You're here tonight because you are amongst our most dedicated volunteers. You're the people who understand that politics needs to be about drawing people in, about reaching out door to door, about making phone calls, about connecting people once again with an optimistic vision of this country that doesn't focus on knocking down our opponents, but instead focuses on a plan for real change, to bring fairness back, to bring balance back, and mostly bring our trust in our government back. Now, many of you in this room are students of politics and political theory, or political activism, just by dint of what you're doing. So you all know one of the dirty little secrets about politics in the 21st century. Negative campaigning, attack ads, nastiness, and division work if all you want to do is get elected. They will help you get elected. To attack, to divide, to sow fear, to pick and choose wedge issues you can drive within a community, will help you get elected. They even helped Mr. Harper get a majority government in the 2011 election. But what we know as Liberals, as community activists, and mostly as Canadians, is that nastiness and negativity hurts your ability to govern this country responsibly and the way it needs to be done. We, as Canadians, make up the most extraordinary country in the world, a place that has figured out how to be strong, not in spite of our differences, but because of those differences. And that is something that we don't just have to not take for granted. It's something that we have to cherish and uphold and defend every single day and every single activity we give as citizens, as individuals. And right now, we're in an election where our opponents have decided that attacks and negativity is going to be an effective path to get elected. And you know what? They're making that calculation without thinking about the kind of government that Canadians deserve to have. A government that for the first time in 10 years will not be focused on its own benefits, but on the benefits of Canadians. Will not be focused on its own ideology, but on the solutions that Canadians need to solve the very real challenges we're facing and harness the extraordinary opportunities. But we all know the Liberal Party, over the past number of years, has had an awful lot of work to do. Because right now we're sitting at just 35, 36 seats in the House of Commons, and we know we're going to make it to 170 plus coming over the year. But the only way to do that is to roll up our sleeves and work together. Because leadership isn't about just having one person at the top give all the orders, no matter how nice their hair is. That's not what leadership is all about. Leadership is about drawing around you an extraordinary team. A team, my goodness, very much like this one. Showing a range of voices, of experience, of stories, but all of them deeply connected to the community they're fighting to represent, deeply humbled to be offered the opportunity to serve their community and their country once again, and very excited about the opportunity to be not Ottawa's voice in their community as we get these days, but their community's strong voice in Ottawa. And that's what leadership is. But on top of that, we need a plan. And the plan we have is focused on fairness, focused on economic growth, focused on understanding that you cannot separate what's good for the environment and what's good for the economy anymore. They have to go together in the 21st century. We know that Canada's role in the world is one we have to step up on, but we know also that the greatest challenge all of us as Liberals face is the fact that Canadians are becoming ever more cynical about politics, particularly at the federal level. For years, politics of division and attack, it becomes easy for ordinary Canadians to shrug their shoulders, throw up their hands and say, well, what's the point? Why should I step up and get involved? Not because Canadians don't want to get involved. We understand deeply the importance of citizenship, which is more than just voting and paying your taxes and obeying the law. It's also about being connected to your community and aware that your actions matter to shape the world around you. It's just that people aren't really of the opinion that politics is a very good use of our energy and our time to make a difference. Well, my friends, your job specifically, with the phone calls you make, with the doors you knock on, within your communities, within your group of friends, within your employers, within your colleagues, your job is to send that message that politics matters. The politics can be done the right way by extraordinary people. The politics is about how we come together and choose a better future, not just for ourselves, but for our neighbors and our kids and our neighbors' kids and grandkids. That's the story of this country, of people coming together from a huge range of experiences and backgrounds and agreeing that together we can build a country and a place where opportunity, where a real and fair chance to succeed, where a better future and a set of solutions that the world needs to see, that this is what we're in this for. So I want to thank you, each and every one of you, deeply for all your hard work that you've given so far that has got us to this extraordinary place of being incredibly ready, well before the writ is, well, maybe not well before, because it's coming soon, but a lot of you have been working for a long time on the ground, in your communities, on the ridings, and we are making an extraordinary difference. And in a few weeks, most likely, when the writ drops, we are going to be ready to show Canadians that there's no need to be cynical about politics anymore, that the positivity, the vision that brings people together instead of drives them apart, and a set of solutions that's going to bring back fairness and economic growth for everyone is what we're all about. Thank you very much. And now we're going to come around and say hi and thank you as many people in person as we possibly can after I sign the paper.